Welcome to Thursday evening yoga. Trust you all had a good day so far. Please remember in the class to do what you can. This is your flow, your practice, your 21 days of lockdown, trying to keep sane and just find things to do and stay centered. So please listen to your bodies and do what you can. Enjoy it. It is quite a powerful class, a lot of movement, it's a strong class, so just do what you can, remembering that child's pose is always available to you at any stage through the practice. Just remember, I can't play any music, so if you would like to play music on your side, you're welcome to do so, as you guys are muted, so it just makes it quite nice. I played some this morning while flowing to Lauren's class, and it just adds a little bit of something. So we're going to start on our backs this evening in Supta Baddha Konasana, or reclined butterfly, so the soles of your feet together, coming back onto your back, your knees flopping out gently towards the ground. Your hands can either rest alongside your body, palms face up but not touching your body, or left hand on your heart, right hand on your solar plexus. You can tuck your shoulders gently or just slightly underneath you, releasing your belly and your lower back towards the mat. You will have a natural slight curve being on your back and with your feet together. Bring your eyes to close and just take a deep inhale through your nose and open your mouth side out. Bringing those lips to seal and continuing to breathe in and out through your nose. Trying to make your in-breath as long and as even as your out-breath. Maybe starting with the count of 4 in and 4 on your exhale, and see if you can increase it to up to 6 or 8 counts. Just allowing yourself to settle onto your mat. Bring your awareness to your breath, as I say, allowing the day that has been to just be in the background. Allowing any noises of animals or kids or partners in the house to also just be in the background. Really bringing your awareness and your attention to your body, listening to it as we move through our flow. As we settle into the space and onto our mats, you can set an intention or dedication for this evening's practice. Just a word or a short phrase, something that you can come back to for inspiration, something that you can come back to ground you back to your mat or onto your mat and bring you back to your breath. Slowly flickering the eyes to open, taking your hands to the outside of your thighs and gently assisting drawing your knees back to center on your mat. Taking your hands either alongside your body, palms face down, or if you would like to, lift up your bum and place them just on your lower back and extend your feet up towards the sky. We're going to start off this evening engaging that core and getting our core active, so your feet are flexed down towards you, your toes pointing towards your face. You're going to inhale here, and on your exhale, slowly drop your feet down 1/3, holding here for 1 full breath. Deep inhale, and on your next exhale, dropping another 1/3, just past halfway, holding here for 1 full breath. Inhaling deeply, and on your exhale, releasing your feet to hover just above the ground for 1 full breath. Slowly inhale and bring your legs back up to center. 1 full breath here. We're going to do that again. Deep inhale, and on your exhale, dropping your feet 1/3 of the way down, holding there for a full breath in and out. Inhaling, and on your next exhale, dropping your feet down just past halfway and holding there for 1 full round of breath. Deep inhale and exhale, lowering your feet to hover just above the ground for one full breath. Inhaling your legs back up to center and exhale here one more time through that. Deep inhale and exhale, dropping your feet 1/3, holding for a full breath. We inhale and releasing just past halfway on our exhale, holding here for one full breath. Inhaling and dropping our feet to hover, holding here for one round, one full breath. Inhale, bringing your legs back up to center and exhale, releasing your knees into your chest. Just giving yourself a gentle squeeze, your hands wrapping around just below your knees, pulling your knees into your chest gently, your lower back pushing towards the ground. You can maybe draw circles in one direction with your knees, just 2 or 3 in one direction. When you've done 2 or 3, coming back to center, swapping directions, going the other way for 2 or 3 small circles. Coming back to center, we're coming into a seated position, so you're welcome just to come straight up and cross your legs, or you can take a couple of spinal rocks backwards and forwards, just massaging out the length of your spine, slowly and mindfully. You don't need to create any momentum because you're just going to come up and over into a comfortable seated position on your mat. You're probably sitting in the way that you normally sit, so I'd like you to uncross your legs and cross them the other way, taking the leg that is not naturally going in front to the front. Bringing your hands to your knees, palms face down, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, we lengthen, and exhale, we're going to slowly drop that right ear towards the right shoulder. Just if you would like, you can take your right hand to the top of your head and gently pull that right ear towards your right shoulder, while pulling your left ear away, so you're getting a nice stretch along your neck and into your shoulder, the top of your shoulder. If you have your hand on your head, you can gently release it, bringing your head back to center. Inhaling deeply, and on your exhale, taking left ear to left shoulder, dropping it down towards that shoulder as much as you can. Do the same there while pulling your right shoulder away from your ear, or take your left hand to the top of your head and gently, very gently, pull your ear closer to your shoulder. If you have your hand on your head, you can release it, bringing your head back to center. Inhale here, and on your exhale, dropping that right ear towards your shoulder again, and taking a small shoulder, neck circles with your neck. Dropping your chin towards your chest, left ear to your left shoulder, holding here. Inhale and exhale, taking that chin towards your chest again. Right ear to your right shoulder. Inhaling and exhale, one more each way, taking that chin to your chest, left ear to left shoulder. Inhale and taking that to half circle, back to the right ear to your shoulder, head back to center. Releasing our hands alongside our body, tenting our fingers. Inhale, we're reaching the arms up. Exhale, side bend to the right, bringing that right arm down, keeping your sitting bones on the ground, reaching over with your left arm. Inhale, coming back to center. Side bend the other way, left arm down, right arm over. Coming back to center, taking a twist, left hand to right knee, right hand up behind you. Lengthening on our inhale and exhale, twisting slightly your gaze over your right shoulder. We release, coming back to center, releasing both, or stretching both arms up. Twist the other way, right hand to left knee, left hand up behind you, lengthening on an inhale and twist. Coming back to center, reaching both arms up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Coming over, making your way into tabletop, so just coming over your ankles, coming onto all fours. Making sure that you set up your wrists directly underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Your knees are hips width distance apart. That's about 2 fists for ladies between their knees. If you take a quick glance between your legs, you shouldn't be able to see your feet that are flat to the floor behind you. We're going to move through a couple rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, we're dropping our belly, lifting our gaze just slightly. Exhale, round, tightening from your tailbone all the way up, pushing the ground away, creating that rising in between your shoulder blades. Inhale, we drop our belly, lift our gaze. And exhale, round. Continuing here on your own breath. Feeling into the spine, feeling into the body, taking any additional movements that feel good, maybe into the sides if you need to. Just exploring and finding space as we warm up. Taking one last complete round wherever you are, trying to make it your deepest and longest ever. And when you come through cat, really rounding, emptying out the lungs. We'll meet to the neutral spine. Coming into downward facing dog, tucking those back toes, lifting your hips up towards the sky, drawing your heels down towards the mat. Again, feeling out this first downward facing dog, finding movement, pedaling out your legs. Maybe swaying your hips from side to side, bending your knees towards the mat, just hovering there, and then lifting your hips back up towards the sky. Shaking your head out, yes and no. Making sure there's no tension in your neck. And as we settle into this downward facing dog, it will get easier as we warm up and move through our flow. You're trying to push that chest towards your thighs as much as possible. If you're not static or still in your downward facing dog, come to static and still for one full breath. Looking between our hands, bending our knees, slowly walking our feet up to behind our hands, keeping a generous bend in your knees. Your torso relaxes onto your thighs. We halfway lift with a nice flat back. And exhale, forward fold, releasing our head down over our legs. Hands can be on the mat in front of you, palms face up, or you can take opposite hand to opposite elbow. Maybe swaying again, finding a bit of movement from side to side. Releasing your hands down to the mat if they aren't on the mat already, and slowly rolling all the way up, one vertebra at a time, bringing yourself up to standing. Your head coming up last, taking a big shoulder roll as you get to the top, shoulders up towards your ears, round and down your back. Hands alongside your body, active, fingers pointing towards the ground. You can heel toe your feet to touch. Maybe take a step to the top of your mat if you're on there already. Inhale, we're reaching our arms up. Exhale with bent knees and hands to heart center, forward fold. Halfway lift, keeping that bend in your knees. Forward fold again. Halfway lift. One more time, forward fold. Again, slowly rolling all the way up to standing. Head coming up last. Taking another shoulder roll, shoulders up towards your ears, round and down your back. Standing nice and tall in Tadasana. Inhale, we reach our arms up. And exhale, bend knees, hands to heart center, fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. One more time, halfway lift. Forward fold. Rolling up slowly all the way to standing. Again, head coming up last, taking a last shoulder roll up around towards your ears, down your back. Standing nice and tall in Tadasana. Inhale, we reach our arms up. Taking hold of that left wrist with the right hand, lengthen on our inhale and exhale, side bend to the right. Inhaling, coming out a little bit, and exhale, see if you can bend a little bit more. We're reaching back through center, swapping the grip of our wrists, lengthening on our inhale and exhale, side bend to the left. Coming out slightly and seeing on your next exhale if you could bend a little bit more. Reaching up through center. And exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, nice flat back. Bending our knees, planting our hands, stepping back, high plank. Holding this first high plank, again adjusting, feeling into it. You're pushing away through the balls of your feet. You're pushing into the ground with your hands, creating that slack rounding between your shoulder blades. Those are the words I was looking for earlier. Your gaze just at the top of your mat or just in front of your fingers, so you're not throwing your head back and you're not tapping it down, you're in one long line. Those of you who know your chaturanga or are quite comfortable to take it to the full chaturanga now may do so, otherwise bring your knees to the mat. Inhale, reaching forward with your chest, lower chin and chest towards the mat. Untuck your toes, rolling up, cobra, or down, upward, downward, upward facing dog. Goodness gracious. Releasing that down, and we found ourselves in downward facing dog. 2 more breaths here, and then we're going to do 2 or 3 rounds of sun salutation A, just to continue warming us up and getting us even warmer. Looking between our hands, bending our knees, walking or stepping to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we rise, reaching our arms all the way up. And exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Bending your knees, planting your hands, stepping back, high plank, holding here for 1 breath. With or without the use of your knees, shifting your heart slightly forward, inhale and exhale, lower down, chaturanga dandasana. Upward facing dog. Release, downward facing dog. Looking between our hands, bending our knees, stepping or hopping to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. We rise, reaching our arms all the way up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Either step, jump, or float through your chaturanga, or straight to downward facing dog. One more time, looking between our hands, bending our knees, walking or stepping or hopping to the front of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we rise, reaching our arms all the way up. And fold. Halfway lift. Your way to downward facing dog. Through a chaturanga, floating back, stepping back, upward facing dog. Release, downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Looking between our hands, bending our knees, step, float, or walk to the top of your mat, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we rise, reaching hands all the way up. And hands to heart center, so just for 1 breath before we move on to sun salutation B. Releasing your hands alongside your body into Tadasana. Inhale, we're reaching the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Your way to downward facing dog through a flow, chaturanga, or simply stepping back. Our right leg rises behind us as high as we can. Exhale, stepping through warrior 1, bringing that right foot to the inside of your right hand. Stepping that back foot to 45, squaring off your hips, and inhale, reaching the arms up. 1 breath. Deep inhale. Releasing hands to the mat. We go through a flow, high plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Release, downward facing dog. Left leg rises behind you as high as you can, stepping through, setting up warrior 1. Left foot to the inside of your hand, spinning that back foot to 45, squaring off your hips. Inhale, reaching the arms up, sitting into that knee for one breath. Deep inhale, exhale, releasing hands to the mat, stepping back, high plank, chaturanga on your exhale, upward facing dog, release, downward facing dog, one full breath. Looking between our hands, bending our knees, stepping, hopping, floating to the top of your mat, halfway lift, we fold, exhale. Inhale, rise, sweeping our arms all the way up. And exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold a little bit deeper. And I forgot to do chair the first time around, but here we go. Sitting our hips back, sweeping our arms up, Utkatasana, chair pose. Maybe tucking that tailbone, sitting your bum back a little bit deeper. One more deep inhale. Exhale, we fold. Halfway lift. We'll meet in downward facing dog, so through a flow or simply stepping back. Remembering that these flows are optional, it's your practice, you don't have to take them each time. Right leg rises behind us, inhale, exhale, stepping through, warrior one, sitting up, spinning that back foot, squaring off our hips, inhale, we reaching the arms up, exhale, hands to the mat. Either through a flow or straight to downward facing dog. Left leg rises behind you, stepping through, exhale, setting up warrior one, spinning that back foot, squaring off our hips, inhale, we reaching the arms up, exhale, release hands to the mat, we'll meet in downward facing dog. One breath and one more time. Looking between our hands, bending our knees, we float or step to the top of our mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We rise, reaching arms all the way up. And fold. Halfway lift. Folding a little bit deeper. Utkatasana chair pose, sitting our hips back, sweeping our arms alongside our head. Inhaling here, and on the next exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Your way to downward facing dog. Right leg rises behind you. Inhale, exhale, stepping through warrior one, sitting up. Spinning that back foot, squaring off our hips. Inhale, we reach the arms up. Exhale, release hands to the mat. Through a flow or straight to downward facing dog. Before we do that on the left side, upward facing, downward facing dog. Left leg rises, inhale, exhale, stepping through, setting up warrior one, spinning that back foot, squaring off our hips. We will reach on our inhale, release hands to the mat. We'll meet in downward facing dog. You're welcome to staying downward facing dog for 3 breaths, or come down to your knees into a child's pose. Just to feel the heat that you've created. Maybe have a sip of water. I need to, as usual, wipe myself down. Just reconnect your breath, your intention. Feel how your heart rate has picked up somewhat. The heat is building, besides it being very warm. One more breath maybe, or if you're in child's pose, one more breath there, and then we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Looking between your hands, bending your knees, Float or step to the top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we rise, reaching our arms all the way up. And exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Folding a little bit deeper. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose, sitting our hips back, sweeping our arms up. Exhale, bring those hands to your heart center, lengthen on your inhale, and exhale, twist to the right, taking left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Making sure your knees are in alignment with one another, your gaze either up over your right shoulder or down at your toes. One more breath. Keeping the twist, you're going to take your gaze back down to your feet, your weight into your left foot. See if you can lift that, your weight into your right foot. See if you can lift that left foot up and take a step back so you're in a twisted lunge. Either staying here or opening your hands just for one breath. We're coming up into a twisted lunge, crescent lunge. So lifting if your arms are open, bringing yourself up to a twisted crescent lunge. Otherwise, coming up to center first and then opening your arms. One more breath. Bringing that right arm through, becoming crescent lunge. Inhale and exhale, release hands to the mat. Your way to downward facing dog. So through a flow or simply stepping back. I'm just going to turn around on my mat so I don't have my back to you. Looking between our hands, bending our knees, floating, stepping to the top of your mat, halfway lift. We forward fold, exhale. Inhale, we rise, reaching our arms all the way up. And fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, folding a little bit deeper. Utkatasana, sitting our hips back, sweeping our arms alongside our head, tucking that tailbone. Bringing your hands to heart center, lengthening on our inhale and exhale, twist the other way. Your right elbow to the outside of left knee. Again, checking the alignment of your knees, making sure that one isn't popping forward. Your gaze either at the floor, over your shoulder for another breath. Keeping the twist, taking your gaze back down to the floor, weight into your left leg, seeing if you can lift that right foot and stepping back so you're in a twisted low lunge or a twisted crescent lunge. Either staying here or opening your arms for one breath, even if you didn't on the other side. Slowly bringing yourself up so you're in that twisted crescent lunge, gaze at your back finger. Inhale, we're reaching up, crescent, releasing hands to the mat. Your way to downward facing dog, so through a flow. Chaturanga, upward facing, downward facing dog. One more breath. Looking between your hands, bending your knees, floating, stepping to the top of your mat, halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, we rise, reaching arms all the way up. And fold. Halfway lift. Folding a little bit deeper. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale here. Bringing hands to your heart center, lengthening on our inhale. Exhale, twist to the right, left elbow to the outside of your right knee, gaze across over your right shoulder, one breath. Looking down at your toes, taking the weight into that right leg and stepping back with the left, so that twisted low lunge again. Opening our arms for one breath. Inhale, coming up, twisting. Bringing that arm through, crescent lunge. Releasing hands to the mat. Dropping that back knee, untucking the toes and sitting back, half splits. One more breath. Coming back forward, framing that foot, lifting that back leg, sweeping the leg back, three-legged dog. And release downward facing dog. One breath. Taking that on the left, looking between your hands, bending your knees, hopping or floating to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, we rise, reaching arms all the way up. And fold. Halfway lift. Folding a little bit deeper. Utkatasana, sitting our hips back, sweeping the arms alongside our head. Releasing your hands to your heart center. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist to the left. Right hand to right elbow to the outside of left knee. Gaze up over your left shoulder. Taking that gaze back down to the mat, weight into your left foot. We're picking right foot up and stepping back, twisting your lunge. Opening your arms for one breath. We're slowly coming up, twisting crescent lunge. Sweeping the arm back forward, inhale, crescent lunge, exhale, release hands to the mat. Dropping that right knee, untucking the toes and sitting our hips back, half splits. Slowly coming back to your low lunge, tucking those back toes, lifting that knee, sweeping your left leg back, three-legged dog. And release downward facing dog. Looking between our hands, bending our knees, stepping or floating to the top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we rise, reaching arms all the way up. And hands to heart center. Bringing your eyes to close here, your thumbs against your sternum, feeling your heart beating in your rib cage or behind your chest, not your rib cage, because that's not your rib cage, it's your chest. And again, just bringing your heart rate or slowing it down, maybe having a sip of water if you would like to, if you don't mind, I need one. Just reconnecting to your mat again, to your intention or your dedication. If your eyes are closed, you can slowly open them again, releasing your hands alongside your body. We're going to come into our standing postures. I'm just turning to face you, which is eagle this evening. So eagle, you can take your weight into your left or your right leg first, whichever one feels comfortable, more comfortable to start with. We're going to, if you're going into your left leg as your standing leg first, you're going to take your right arm and wrap it underneath your left arm. So your palms either touch or come back to back. So I'll do it on the side. You take your right arm, wrap it underneath your left arm, palms to touch or back to back. When we're in eagle pose, I'd like you to see if you can lift your arms up and gently away from your face, so you're getting a nice stretch in your shoulders. Your gaze when we are in the pose is directly at your arms, or like ever so slightly past them at something on the wall, the floor, outside, wherever you are. So taking that weight into our left leg, bending it slightly, lifting the right leg up and wrapping it around the left leg as far as possible. If you can't wrap your toes behind to the back, feel free please to keep them on the floor next to that left foot like a kickstand. And whatever variation, wherever you're comfortable, again, hands in front, lifting up and pulling away and sitting back into that chair. If you do feel like you're unstable, you're wobbly, you're going to fall out, it's not a problem, just slowly come back into it. Slowly on your next inhale, unwind, unwinding that leg, releasing your arms and going straight to the other side. Wrapping your left arm on the right, taking hands palm to palm or palms back to back. Weight into that right leg, bending that right leg, lifting left leg up, wrapping it around as much as you can. Each side is different. Sitting into that chair, your arms coming up and away from your face. Slowly unwinding on your inhale and release. Maybe just shaking out your arms, your feet. Taking your feet hips width distance apart on your mat. Bending your knees, folding yourself over your torso onto your thighs. Peace fingers around your big toe, so middle and index finger around the bottom of your big toe, thumb onto your big toenail. Keeping in the bend in your knees as much as you need to, halfway lift, just a flat back. And exhale, fold, releasing your head down, drawing your elbows out to the side. Your legs again can be bent as much as they need to be, or straighten them if you can. Your head hanging loose, your weight shifting slightly forward into the tops of your feet. You feel like your thumbs really reaching, or your tailbones really reaching up towards the sky. And as if you might topple over, but I can assure you that you won't. Slowly releasing, bending those knees, releasing your toes, halfway lift, nice flat back. Hands to your hips and coming back up to standing. We're going to take eagle again with a variation. So when you're in the eagle, you can either stay as you are, or if you feel comfortable, maybe see if you can fold forward, bringing that elbow. So right elbow to tap right knee. Just setting up into that left leg, wrapping right arm underneath left, arms lifting up and away from your face. Bending that left leg, wrapping your right leg around as much as possible, sitting into your chair or into your eagle. As I say, the same here, or if you would like to try, folding gently forward, seeing if you can tap that right elbow to your right knee. Last full breath if you folded. If you're folded forward, slowly coming back up and unwind, releasing, swapping sides. Immediately wrapping left arm underneath right, lifting up those arms away from your face. Weight into your right leg, bending it and wrapping left leg around. Either staying here just for one more breath or for the rest of the hold. Otherwise, if you didn't, or even if you did on the other side, fold forward, see if you can gently bring that left elbow to tap left knee. One more breath. Slowly, mindfully coming back up. Unwind. And again, give your arms and your legs a bit of a shake out. Taking your feet hips width distance apart, bending your knees, folding over your legs. We're going to slide our hands, our palms of our hands all the way underneath our feet. See if you can bring the whole hand underneath the sole of your foot, your toes to your wrist creases. Halfway lift as much as possible and exhale, releasing, folding forward again, drawing elbows out. Straightening your legs as much as you can, or keeping them bent as much as need be. Your weight once again tipping forward into the balls of your feet towards your wrists, your tailbone lifting up towards the sky. Maybe gently massage your wrist creases with your toes if that feels good to you. Bending your knees, sliding your hands out from underneath. Halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we rise, reaching our arms all the way up. And hands to heart center. If you're not at the top of your mat, take a step there, bringing your big toes to touch, slight gap in your heels, arms alongside your body in Tadasana. Inhale, we're reaching up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Folding a little bit deeper. Halfway lift. Bending our knees, planting our hands, stepping back, high plank, holding high plank for one full breath. And then we're going to lower ourselves down onto the mat as slowly as we can. So inhale, shifting slightly forward, chaturanga arms, and see if you can lower down for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Untucking those toes, taking your right ear or left ear to the mat. Hands alongside your body, palms face up. Bring your eyes to close and just breathe. Bringing your head or your gaze back to the center of your mat, we're going to do a few tiny back bends and back strengtheners here on the ground. So a couple of variations, or my variations, I don't know whether you would call them locusts, but I assume that you would. Your hands out in front of you, palms face down. Your feet are hips width distance apart with your knees zipping up so your toes are pointed. On your inhale, you're going to lift everything off the mat, palms facing towards the ground. Holding your legs where they are. Inhale and exhale, pulling your elbows back towards one another. Inhale, we reach. Exhale, pulling your elbows back. We reach and back. We reach the arms forward. Exhale, elbows towards one another. One more time. Reach. Pulling the elbows back and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, stretching out and then releasing everything gently to the mat. Opposite ear to the ground. Arms alongside your body, palms face up. Your toes in towards one another with heels flopping out. Bring your gaze back to the center of your mat, this time bringing your big toes to touch behind you. Your heels are flopping out, your legs are engaged, your knees are zipping up. Hands alongside your body, tenting your fingers, so you're in a capital T. Your gaze is at the mat in front of you, so you're not lifting your head up to create that kink in your neck. Your neck is a straight line. And on your inhale, lift everything off the mat as high as you can. With every inhale, see if you can lift your arms and legs a little bit higher. And exhale, hold it there. We inhale, lift. Exhale, hold. One more full breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hold. Deep inhale. And exhale, gently release everything down. Pushing back into a child's pose. So bringing your knees wide, big toes to touch. And sit your hips back towards your heels, getting a nice counter stretch for that lower back. When you're ready, we'll meet in a downward facing dog. One more breath here, just in case anybody's still making their way there. Looking between our hands, bending our knees, we're coming through to a seated, so floating, stepping, however you're coming through to a seated position. Bringing your feet flat to the floor in front of you, hips width distance apart. This is a little bit of extra core. I know we did in the beginning, and a lot of it, or most of it in yoga is your core, but just a little bit more. We're going to come into reverse tabletop with hip dips between our hands. So I'll show you first. We're going to come up into tabletop and hold for 3 full breaths. Then we're going to inhale, exhale, sweep our hips between our legs, toes flex up towards us, pushing the ground away. Inhale back through tabletop, and we'll do that 5 times. On the last through dip, we're going to hold for the count of 5 and then release. So setting up, feet as wide as your hips, as I say, both feet flat to the floor. Your fingertips are pointing towards your heels, just a little bit behind your shoulders. You're going to lift your hips up towards the sky, pushing into the balls or pushing into your feet, into the ground, your hands. Your gaze can either stay straight as mine is, or if you're comfortable, you can release your head back. 2 more full breaths. On our next exhale, sweeping those hips back to between our hands, putting our toes forward. Inhale, we're coming back, reverse tabletop. Exhale, putting our hips back. We're coming through tabletop. Sweeping our hips back. 1 more tabletop. Releasing back our lie, that was only 4. Coming back, tabletop, reverse tabletop. And last time, sweeping the hips through and holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release down to the mat. Giving your wrists a little bit of a shake out, so putting your hands together. Just turning your wrists in one direction. Don't know if it's possible to go the other direction, but you can try. Extending either arm out long, grabbing hold of all fingers, including your thumb. Pulling your wrists back, your fingertips back towards you, just really stretching out that wrist. Releasing and turning your hand, bending it the other way, grabbing hold of the front of it and pulling your fingertips back towards you. Swapping arms, taking the other hand, grabbing hold of all fingers, including the thumb, pulling your fingertips back towards you, your wrists or shoulder, inner elbow pointing up to the sky. Release, changing directions, pulling the wrist down, or fingertips down towards the ground, or wrist is facing forward. Slowly release. Then you're making your way or scooching down a little further onto your mat, bringing your legs out long in front of you. We're going to trickle down onto our backs. So here as if you're holding a big beach ball, if you like, bring your hands to your heart, tucking your chin to your chest, rolling from your lower spine or tucking, making a C shape with your spine, and then rolling slowly all the way down 1 vertebra at a time onto your back. You've got that big beach ball, same thing, just roll slowly and mindfully. And release. Bringing feet flat to the mat. Keeping that left leg bent, crossing your right foot over your left knee for reclined pigeon. Your right foot is flexed. You're going to reach your left hand alongside your leg. Right hand in between, lifting that left foot off the mat, drawing that knee in towards your chest. Either holding behind your knee or taking your grip just below your knee and pulling that left knee into or left leg in towards your chest. Your right elbow is gently pushing the right knee open a bit more. Both feet are active. Releasing the grip on your knee, slowly taking that left foot back down to the mat and swapping sides, taking your right foot to the mat, crossing left leg over right. Again, left foot is flexed, reaching left hand between your legs, right hand to the outside of your right thigh, lifting that right foot off the mat, bringing that knee in towards your chest, grabbing behind your thigh or below your knee, and drawing that knee up towards your chest, left elbow gently pushing your left knee back. Your feet are flexed and active. Say man. Releasing your knee and slowly bringing that right foot back down to the mat. Releasing left leg alongside your right. We're coming into legs up, so either taking your hands on the mat next to you if you're comfortable. If you need some support, you can just slide your hands underneath your lower back. You're lifting your feet up towards the sky. You've got relaxed feet, relaxed legs. There's nothing is active, nothing is tensing. You're simply letting your head or your legs hang above your head. You can bring your eyes to close if you like. If you have your hands underneath your lower back, you can release them gently, allowing your knees to fall towards your chest, taking hold of interlacing your fingers just below your knees, giving yourself a little squeeze in, putting those knees towards your chest, pushing that tailbone into the ground. Keeping right knee in towards your chest, extend that left leg long along your mat. Taking that right arm out alongside your body, left hand to the outside of your right knee, and gently pull your right knee down to the left. Your gaze over at your right arm. Try to keep both shoulders on the mat as much as possible. So if your right shoulder starts coming off the mat, just simply bring your knee back to center or lift it up off the ground a bit more. Lessen the twist. Can you two move, please? Releasing your left hand from the outside of your right knee, taking that left arm out alongside you, bringing that right knee back to center, swapping sides, right leg long, left knee in towards your chest. Take hold of the outside of the left knee with your right hand, and then draw that left knee across down to the right. Same goes for your shoulders here, try and keep them both as flat to the mat as possible. Left shoulder starts coming off, just bring your knee a little bit further up off the ground. Releasing that right hand from your left knee, bringing your left knee back to center. Maybe squaring off your hips, bringing your right knee up to meet left. This time giving yourself a tight squeeze, so lifting your head and shoulders towards your knees, wrapping your arms across your legs, maybe hands to opposite elbow, if you can't, you're in the way. Putting your forehead towards your knees, your tailbone into the ground. Using yourself, making yourself as small and as tight a little ball as possible. Release. Doing 2 or 3 spinal rocks again, like we did at the beginning, gently and slowly, just massaging out your spine. We're coming into a seated position at the top of our mats after 3 or 4 rolls, because this feels quite nice. I don't know if anybody else enjoys it. Just 1 more roll and then up to a comfortable seated position. Taking hold of your right wrist behind your back with your left hand, or otherwise opposite hand to opposite elbow. We're sitting up nice and tall. Inhale and exhale, reaching forward with our chest folding down, releasing your head last, Yoga Mudrasana. Just sealing in our practice this evening, on this beautiful Thursday evening. Slowly coming back up and finding Shavasana. So making your way onto your back. Hands alongside your body, palms face up, not touching your body, your feet as wide as the mat flopping out. Taking any small movements or movements that feel good, and then coming to complete stillness. I'm going to mute my microphone so you guys are in complete silence on your side, And I will see you in a couple of minutes. You can all start slowly bringing awareness back to your bodies. Gentle movements, wiggling your toes, rubbing your thumbs across your fingertips. I seem to have disconnected there for some reason, and my apologies for that. Not that hopefully none of you noticed. Just allowing yourself or your awareness to come back to your body as you awaken it in the space on your mat, coming back to reality, allowing those thoughts and anything else that was pushed aside, maybe to come floating back in. Don't let them flood you, but come floating back in. You can take a full body stretch if that feels good, reaching your arms up above your head, pointing your toes, inhaling as deeply as you can. And on your exhale, open your mouth, sigh it out. When you're ready, you can roll onto your left or your right hand side this evening, whichever side feels more open and accessible to you or comfortable. Just being there for a moment or two, maybe a breath or two or three. And then when you're ready, with your head coming up last, bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position on your mat. Your hands at your heart center, with your eyes closed or your head gently bowed. Thank you to each and every one of you for taking the time to be on your mats this evening, for allowing me to guide you and to share this space with you. It is always an honor and a privilege to be able to do so. Wishing you all a fantastic evening further. We raise our hands to our third eye center. The love and light inside of me honors the love and light inside each of you. We fold. Namaste.